But I thought it was very important for me to actually show my real self, because models are silent movie actresses. So before people would meet me, they thought that I was like, hello, my name is Tyra, I'm from Los Angeles, but I look like this. You know, models, they do that weird thing, like, well, I travel all over the world, and that's why I talk weird. It's like, no, you're talking weird because you're trying to be effective. So anyway, people thought that that's what I was until I started speaking and being myself and acting a fool and not caring. And I think that humor helped a lot in transitioning me from this, you know, kind of model pin-up thing to actually being taken seriously. I know it's weird, but there was humor on the bridge to being taken seriously.
And when did you feel like, honestly, I mean, obviously we should care about everything in life, but not caring is a huge advantage, you know, and about what people think of you, about how you look. And obviously we want to keep it together, but can you tell the moment when you obviously achieved a ton of success in modeling and you were starting to reach out into the media, but then when you were like one day and you're like, actually I don't care.
I don't care?
Yeah.
I think it's when I told the press to kiss my fat ass. That was the moment when I was like,
never.
But actually, Laura, I was supposed to say something else.
You say something else.
I was supposed to say, F you. And we were going to bleep it because we were on television.
Ooh,
you know, not cable television. And at the last minute, I said, actually, as I'm doing the speech, I said, I don't want to be bleeped. No, I don't want to be bleeped. This is a big moment. I'm friggin' crying right now. So let me say something that I won't get beeped. And then
we all remember it. And I think it's interesting because you know, we were on television and we did a talk show, but you're such a great and powerful user of social media, which many of you are using as we speak. Do we look cute? She does anyway. But how do you sort of progress your ambitions in your business through Instagram, through Facebook, through Twitter?
Well, I'm obsessed with social media. I don't know about how many of you all are obsessed with it so much that you know, carpal tunnel kind of thing is going on. And then you try to use the other hand, and then you try to talk to Siri like, Siri, can you put a filter on this picture? You know, she's not there yet.
Siri doesn't know.
She doesn't know. So I have this obsession with it because it feels very empowering as a public person as well as a businesswoman to be able to have things come out of my mouth and for people to hear them. We used to be so at mercy of the press and hoping that if you talk to a journalist that they would hopefully write it correctly. And to have social media, it's amazing for me. And again, I use so much humor, like so crazy. I'm not the kind of person that tweets just like, ah! I'm like, let me think about it. Okay, let me rewrite to this. Let me smooth it over. Let me kind of twist it around. Let me add a little, I'm very methodical about it.
You know my favorite one is 5-head.
Oh, my 5-head.
5-head?
Exactly.
It's 5-head.
You were talking about my bling bling nails.
Yeah.
And so I have these bling bling diamante, kind of get up and now they're sheet because the white girls are wearing them now. You know how that happens, right? It's like big butts. It's like, that was forever, but now white women, they go, ooh, it's really beautiful. So anyway, I digress. So, I don't know the truth, come on. By the way, let me tell you what I think the secret is to making full figure, mainstream and gorgeous like Marilyn Monroe. We need a white woman to be full figure. The minute we have a white woman that is thick and full figure like Beyonce and Kim Kardashian, it will change society. So I'm taking bids now for anybody who knows a white woman.
Who's here?
Because it will change society. I know it's sad, but it's true. So we're taking bids. Very controversial statement, but
yes,
it's really true.
Yes.
Anyway,
you can tweet at her at Tyra Banks, and she will be there. Actually, just quickly on social media, just still, because I think it's
this usually. Yes. So talking about humor.
Yes.
With to me, self-deprecation is really important, and it's not something that I do strategically. I do a lot of strategic tweeting. It's not strategic. It's just natural. Perhaps I've been doing it my whole life to laugh before somebody else laughs at me. Right. I mean, that's probably the deep dark behind it. But right now, she's
we're on a couch.
Strategically like this. So yeah, I had this bling bling nail thing, and I was about to post a picture, and I was like, okay, that's boring. Let me do something. So I said, shine bright like a 5-head, because I have a big forehead, so we can call it a 5-head. And it was a very popular Instagram and tweet because shine bright like a 5-head. Yeah. Yeah, so it's really important for young girls, for them to see imperfection and to not be hiding behind it and to celebrate it and to make fun of it.
And so, I mean, just really like, and quickly, because I feel like a lot of, you're so prolific on social media, you're so good at it. Was there any advice you give to some of the young girls about how to use it?
How to use social media?
I think that you've got to be so careful.
Oh yeah, like I said, I don't just go with it, I think about it. How is this going to be taken? Okay, this is a little bit pushing the envelope, but I understand just how much it's pushing it. So it is so important for young girls to take a beat, think about it, and think about like blackmail. Could somebody pull this up later? Could it make you lose a job? Could it make you lose a woman, lose a man, lose something that's important to you by something that you have sent that you thought was just haphazard and fun?
Yeah, edit. That's what I always say, edit. Now that, I mean, through the various mediums that you've excelled at, Tyra Banks, how do you navigate your career path now? You're obviously in cycle 20 of ANTM. You have a number of different businesses. So day to day, how do you, I know you've been very conscientious on learning business, what's the actual course at Harvard?
Owner President Management Program.
That one. I did that twice. And but how do you navigate day to day now? Which way you're steering your company and yourself?
I'm obsessed with white space, white space, white space. Things that haven't been done before, things that are different. I'm not excited or interested in derivative, like something that's derivative of something else. When we created America's Next Top Model, it was 11 and a half, 12 years ago. Actually, my partner and I, Ken Mott, created that format that was later copied by a lot of different television shows. And when I say format, it doesn't mean a modeling themed show. It means a format. There's a teach, challenge, photo shoot, judging type of format that we created that is now the basis of a lot of competition reality. So it's very important for me to find that white space and to be different. And everybody that works on my team knows it. So they don't ever bring something to me that's like the same. It's like, we call it zagging, not zigging. And so I encourage everyone to zag, or else you won't break through the clutter. There's so much noise. There's social media and ads and just craziness. And whether you're a consumer, speaking to the women, or whether it's a business-to-business business that you have, there's just so much clutter. So how can you stand out? That's what it's about for me.
And how do you focus on that, given there is so much coming at you? And that's just people with cameras all the time. But how do you just go, okay, now my next thing is this?
Is going to be this. Well, a lot of it is passion. I can have my name on bed sheets and, I feel like this couch that we're living on is brought to you by the Tyra Banks Home Collection.
It is actually.
It's not. I've never been interested in slapping my name on things. I've left a lot of money on the table and left a lot of people very frustrated with me as a businesswoman. But to me, it is brand, brand, brand first. What I say first, what I stand for first. In 2014, you will see things coming from me, but it is so organic and so natural. It's going to be like, damn, it's about time she did that. That's so obvious. So that's what it's about for me, just being, what I'm passionate about, and also what is organic. Like right now, I am super duper 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 passionate about live entertainment.
Live with actual people talking to people as we're doing now. And I think everybody's looking up and down at their devices, which is amazing.
And that's really good.
Oh, I saw you. What do you mean in that way? Do you mean
so it's entertainment, whether it's theater, whether it's stage, whether it's things that are interactive, things that are immersive, and how do you bring this beauty and fashion industry and live entertainment together, which again, hasn't been done. People think it has. Oh, it's a fashion show, and there's some sand on the runway, it's raining inside. Actually, designers have taken it to the 10th level when it comes to fashion shows. I want to take it to the 20th. And I'm not talking about a fashion show. Unfortunately, I'm talking in code. But you will see very immersive experiences from the Tyra Banks company in 2014, 15, and 16, and beyond. It's really our mission.
I'll do it now. Why do I have to wait?
You don't have to.
There's no time. But you also have, you've started, this is excellent. She has an investment firm called Fierce Capital.
Of course, like
yeah, that was it. How good. There goes, it's like, what do you look for in companies or brands or TV shows that you invest in?
Yeah. So what I'm looking for with Fierce Capital is companies that are either female founded, so the founders are female or female run, meaning a CEO that didn't necessarily is not necessarily a founder, or companies that are directly targeting a female consumer. And so those are three passions of mine. I've invested in about, I think, 4 companies so far. 2 we've mentioned publicly and 2 we have not yet. And this is something that I think very aggressive. I have a business partner that says that he wants 40 of these for us in the next 3 years. 40.
What are you doing here? You're going to buy things.
So yeah, we're very excited, and I'm constantly taking business meetings with a lot of female entrepreneurs. I had a meeting with a lovely woman, I can't say her name because I was pitching myself to her and tap dancing like, don't you want my money and don't you want, part of me. Just recently in New York, super, she's just an amazing woman. I'm also looking for women that are good faces for their businesses, and I don't mean like pretty, that's not what I mean, but someone that can actually be a role model to other women, so that when I partner with them, I actually want to give them a megaphone for their business. Exactly, very important.
And so finally, and I have a feeling from this sort of quivering anticipation here that people want to ask some questions, but what are you ambitious for now?
What am I ambitious for? I really want a business that is bigger than me, that means a lot more than me as a person. I look up to Walt Disney, who's no longer with us, and when young kids go to Disneyland, they think that Disney is just a name. They don't understand that as a human being. And that's what I want. I could care less if young girls, 30 years from now, don't know that the Tyra Banks company or Tyra Banks venture was a person. Just as long as they're there understanding about unique beauty, that they don't have to be a cookie cutter to be beautiful, and that this place or this business, these things that they participate in, make them feel better. That's what I want. Legacy business.
I think she's doing rather well at that, don't you?